We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Braves and the St. Louis Cardinals. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Dakota Hudson gets the start for St. Louis in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, when you look up the definition of rock solid for a starting pitcher, this is your kind of guy. Career ERA under 3, just knows how to get it done, controls the running game, limits the amount of damage, and more importantly, he knows how to win, and that's why it's going to be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
So stepping in, Ronald Acuna, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Hit out towards second, taken in by Wong. And that's out number 1. And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting Atlanta Braves. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Matty, this is going to be a fun lineup for me to watch. I get fired up watching these guys because they all have a plan. It works for them. They follow the scouting reports. They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. 77 degrees our temperature at game time tonight. Albies with a 1-1 count now.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Digging in, Freddie Freeman. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Hudson, a native of Tennessee. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Just getting started here in St. Louis. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader is there. And that retires the side. Down in order go the Braves. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score. Max Fried is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Braves. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, when you look up the word dependability in the dictionary, that's what this guy, you'll find a picture of this guy. Career ERA just under 3.5, and that's saying quite a lot in the high-scoring games that we see in baseball going on right now. Real solid pitcher, controls the running game, controls the strike zone, and more importantly, he knows how to get deep into the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning. Solid pitcher, and he'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Hits softly out in front. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, you've really got to be able to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. This guy won the National League Silver Slugger last year. You think about all the first basemen in the league that can swing the bat well and hit home runs, but he was at the top of the heap. I love watching him swing.
Colton Wong comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
The 1-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. Flowers corrals it, but he can't get it there in time. Wong is aboard after the strikeout.
Batting third,
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, the winner of last year's Silver Slugger Award for first baseman in the National League.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Behind 0-2 now. Wong stands at first with one out. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
Now there's your textbook waist pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Count even at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound. Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But an easy play over at first to glove it, and the side is retired. The next at bat for Atlanta, Josh Donaldson.
Leading off for the Braves, the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
First pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled away. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Donaldson, commonly known as the bringer of rain around the game. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. Into the box now, Nick Markakis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Here's Matt Joyce now. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
What a nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Stayed on the attack, kept his hands inside the ball, and took what the pitcher gave him.
Here now it's the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball one. Popped him up. Goldschmidt over to his left. And that's the second out of the inning. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. First delivery to him on the way. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Markakis over at second. Joyce at first. 2 out in the inning. Soft liner toward first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Left for Atlanta. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Leading up.
First pitch on its way.
The shortstop.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. And he fouls this one off. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And I'm locking in on second baseman Ozzie Albies right now. This guy is an elite defender. Came up as a shortstop through the minor leagues until he dislocated his elbow. Has since moved over to second base, and also both sides of the plate. A switch hitter with this kind of swagger and this kind of defense doesn't come along often.
2 balls and a strike to Molina.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Bottom of the second here with no score. 2-2 to the Cardinals catcher.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Got him to go down swinging there. Yadier Molina becomes out number 2 this inning.
Harrison.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
And the pitch. 1-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Max Fried. 9-1-2 due up. First pitch on its way. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
I think he just subscribed to the swing hard in case you hit it philosophy of hitting. As a pitcher, why not? Better than standing up there like you've never held a bat before.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ronald Acuna. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Well, we know what this guy's approach is. He's looking to go absolutely deep right here. I don't see him getting anything over the heart of the plate.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Full count, 3-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the exciting Ozzie Albies. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Third inning, no score to this point. Fouled off.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second. The next to bat for St. Louis, number 19. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And that's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
Throw not in time at first, so the pitcher tries to give himself up, but instead he gets himself a base hit. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
From a hitter's perspective, you knock the donut off your bat knowing 2 things. This pitcher is out on the mound looking for a strikeout or a double play, so you better set your sights at least belt high.
Fowler behind a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here, from down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
And he gets him to lift one into shallow center field. Albies calls for it. 1 out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Colton Wong comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. 1-2 now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. He was an 8th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft. And the second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Cards strand a couple. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless.
Leading off for Atlanta, the first baseman, number 5.
First offering on its way.
Freeman.
Fastball laid off well below the knees. Freeman, a California-born ball player. He was taken in the 2nd round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
3-0 now. Josh Donaldson is on deck. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Josh Donaldson. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and a borderline call, Matty. I don't know. I got to feel like he's got to build a rapport with this umpire, this AB. See how far he'll go in or out. He can't allow himself to go down looking again.
Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch, and that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. Digging in for his second at bat, Nick Markakis. He reached on a single in his first try. That's out to left. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
Albies over to his right, makes the play, 1 away.
For the Cardinals.
1 man gone for the Cardinals in the 4th, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product, Paul DeYoung. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And that one misses upstairs. 2-0. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
You know, from a hitter's perspective, you get pounded in, and then he throws a nasty changeup away. Is the mindset to tell yourself that he's going to go in and out all day long, or is he going to double up? That's the cat and mouse we're seeing right now.
A payoff pitch one more time. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Well, that ball right there was right up in the happy zone. It doesn't take much to drive one out of the ballpark when you connect on a high pitch like that. The backspin carried that one right out of here.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Liner towards second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Into the corner and slicing foul. A bouncer up the middle. And a glove flip for 1. Relay to Freddie, double play, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And he mentioned they need to show a lot more patience with their at-bats moving forward. It's been a struggle for them to get anything going. And he said they just seem way too anxious right now. The numbers back that up, too. They've swung at the first pitch more than 70% of the time in this game. So their focus going forward is to be a little bit more relaxed and willing to let the at-bats come to them. Matt?
All right, Heidi, thank you. Joyce in front, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 count, the pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, he loses him there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
First delivery to him on the way. Late that time for a strike.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Look into Molina, now the 1-1. Changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. 3-1.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is 1 pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out. From the stretch, skied into straightaway right. Fowler has a read on it. 1 out. So striding in, Max Fried, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
And he commits to the pitch inside, and he definitely went around. That's strike 1. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They are getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
Oh, and they pulled the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 2 men on, 2 out, and that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And that misses for ball 1. A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man. Popped him up. Goldschmidt is there for it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. Stepping into the box, number 19, batting from the right side with the southpaw on the mound.
Number 19.
And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
Really high curveball right there, struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
Count remains 2-2.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Number 19 is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 5th. Line drive to left, and the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So the lineup card turns over with 1 away following the base hit out of the pitcher's spot.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
The batter, the second baseman, Colton.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up Colton Wong. A ball and no strikes. Hudson, the runner at first with 2 gone. A ball and a strike. One pitch, a curveball that's right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive it a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit.
Hey, after starting the game 0 for 2 with 2 punch outs, that single had to feel good right there. Nice piece of hit.
Stepping in now, Paul Goldschmidt. On the move is Joyce. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. To short. Swanson scoops it up. Over to Albies covering at second, and that'll do it. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. They'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments. Oh, man, he took a swing and a half at that one. I think some frustration is creeping into these guys, so he might have just been trying to get his guys on the board with 1 swing.
Looking to send him packing again. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Now at the plate, Freddie Freeman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
2 balls and a strike to Freeman. The 2-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here now the 2-2. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. Finally, a little something
Now
for
batting,
them to get excited
the third
about.
baseman.
Yeah, a rally can begin
Josh.
with a single swing of the bat. And this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
No hits to this point. Here's the 0-1. Grounded down the third baseline. And there's out number 2. There's the St. Louis manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight.
Your attention, please.
So as he departs, he can't lose this ball game, but he is responsible for the runner at second, meaning it'd be a no decision if that run comes across to score. Adam Duvall will look to provide a little two-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. And they'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. In the dirt, and now let's see. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. The set and the 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
3 balls, no strikes. Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
Called strike, and that'll run it full.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 1 left for Atlanta. Adam Duvall will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch, or he's going to start getting hurt.
2-2 to Marcell Ozuna.
What a great battle to start this inning. What a great job by the leadoff hitter. He knows that this pitcher's starting to get up there on pitches. The manager's starting to get restless. Let's see if we can knock him out and get into that bullpen.
And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Paul DeYoung will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Just trying to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Swanson brings it in, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Last time through was a base hit.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
2-0 now. Now the 2-0 is looked at for the first strike. Two balls and 2 strikes now. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here.
Number 14, Matt
First offering on its way. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. But that is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning. Now coming to the plate now, Tyler Flowers. It was a walk in his last trip. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1. And he buries a breaking ball that time. Good pitch, and it's 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes to count to Tyler Flowers. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Stepping up to the plate, Dansby Swanson will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. 0-1 the count. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Down in order. Ready once again, Harrison Bader. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command? Even if he's still throwing strikes, stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer. Nope, didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. 2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Now batting.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Jairo Munoz will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 34, Jairo.
And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Munoz, a native of the Dominican Republic. This is his first year at the big league level. Swanson into shallow left. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Giovanni Gallegos has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Giovanni Gallegos.
Brian McCann will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Couldn't resist on that one, and he's behind 0-1. A ball and a strike to Brian McCann. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
And that is swung on and missed as McCann is retired for the first out. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, Ronald Acuna. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. Up and in for ball 1. Oh, he couldn't catch up with the gas that time. Good break to that thing, and it's 1-2. And that misses 2-2. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Ozzie Albies is on deck. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring up the exciting Ozzie Albies. He's set, and the pitch. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. Offline throw, but they still got him. Good job of getting the tag down there. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ballgame to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. Braves go down. Shane Green is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 19, Shane Green.
Here's Dexter Fowler now.
Leading up for the Cardinals, the right fielder, Dexter.
First delivery to him on the way. And that's in there for a strike. Ball 1 taken just off the inside. 2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Colton Wong. He singled his last time up. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he popped him up. Swanson into shallow left. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Paul Goldschmidt. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. Fouled off.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And that's in there, base hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. To be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Goldschmidt leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a two-seamer, and the inning is over. Carlos Martinez takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 18.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. It was a two-bagger for him in his last at-bat. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Back goes Fowler to the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he'll get in at second base as the tying run's aboard with a leadoff double.
The third baseman.
Wow, when I heard that and saw it leave his bat, I thought we were going to be all tied up, but it just didn't have enough to get out of here, so he's going to have to settle for a double. Tying run on second, and now things are officially getting interesting.
Francisco Cervelli will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Francisco Cervelli.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and he may have just tied the ball game. That's down for extra bases. And this will kick off the fence now up against the Cardinal bullpen. And the tying run is going to score from second, and we are right back to where we started.
Up next for Atlanta.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
And time will be called here as with the important go-ahead run at second base, they'll opt to go and get a little more speed out there. Into the box, Adam Duvall. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A bouncer to the left side. DeYoung gathers it in. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. So a big spot here, and stepping in, Matt Joyce. And he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Joyce is retired, 2 down now.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher.
Coming to the plate now, Tyler Flowers. Runner in scoring position with Cervelli. Here's the first pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
That's a really nice thing about pitching with the base open. You can work out of the strike zone a little bit more and try to get a guy to chase your pitch, just like that one.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Well, when you're behind 0-2 as a hitter, you're in swing mode. Nothing changes that like seeing something hard bearing in on you, though.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd, as now their 9th inning lead has evaporated. Charlie Culberson is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
For the Braves.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Luke Jackson comes on now, and he's just hoping to keep this thing tied. No save opportunity here. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Ball 1. Here it comes on 1-1. This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
The catcher, number 4.
Standing in, Yadier Molina. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. Line towards center field, but sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the center fielder.
Digging in once again, Harrison Bader, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. High in the air out to center field. Acuña's there for it. And no problem with that one as we are headed for extra innings. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Score remains tied 1-1.